Dead, no respect whatsoever for none of y'all. None. You can't complete. Bring your best. I have to open your commission, bring your best. So I can challenge and grow. You guys are dead. Fucking idiots. You want the first one. When a man gets to do exactly what happened, you don't go out here and be telling me
The level up housemates were done with their task for the evening, and then they got into the house, and before we knew it, Hermes was flipping. He was shouting, literally shouting. He was shouting, throwing insults left, right, and center. No specific names, but just basically generalizing the insult. Oh, you all are mad. You all are mad. You all are dead. You all are dead. All of you get out. Blah, 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 blah. You're so unintelligent.
Dead. No respect whatsoever for none of y'all. None. You can't complete. Bring your best. I have to open your commission, bring your best. So I can challenge and grow. You guys are dead. Fucking idiots.
Throwing general insults. Now, in the midst of all of that, I was over here. I was asking one simple question. Who the hell is Hermes referring to? And guys, listen, at this point, I don't even care if he's actually trying to pass me a message to one person. But my problem with Hermes on this show in general is the fact that this guy acts like a coward. Yeah, let's call a spade a spade. Hermes, from time to time, has acted like a coward. And he did the same thing last night. Hermes never has the balls to come direct at whoever he has issues with. He did the same thing last week with Shegs. Yes, when the house was newly merged and they were having issues with food, and Shegs had outrightly accused him of stealing plantain, of hiding the plantain to eat alone. This guy stayed in the room and was just making noise, shouting. Shegs was literally in the kitchen saying what he had to say with his full chest. Yes, and he was speaking loud and loud enough. But Hermes was in the room shouting, "Mekona no come for me, oh." What the hell is Mekona? The person that's actually talking to you is directly mentioning your name. You're hiding inside the bedroom like a coward, shouting, blah, 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 but you cannot even say, "Shegs, don't even try." Oh, Shegs, don't even say. Oh, Bella, don't even say no. And that's the issue I have with Hermes. Dude is very intelligent, creative, innovative, and all of that. Very, very smart as well. But whenever it comes to his rage, dude is so fond of throwing around blind rage. And last night was no exception. He did the same thing, and in my frank opinion, it was very disgusting, to be very honest, because at the end of the day, you're just basically shouting. But the person you want to outrightly attack is not really getting the message, because they're no send your papa. They're no send. But in my frank opinion, I don't think that rage is even worth it at all, to be very frank with you. It's not worth it, because in general, the entire household, they messed up. Yes, they messed up, and losing that wager, guys, they completely deserved it. And I'll tell you why. So please watch to the end of this video. Do not skip one part so that you do not miss out on anything, all right? And hey, quick reminder, guys, today is Saturday. You know what happens on here? This is when we have our FSWG Saturday YouTube live stream by 3 p.m. WAT. Guys, there's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to unpack. This week has been intense. This week has been insane. So please, if you have a lot to talk about as well, if you have a lot to share, if you have a lot to vent, if you want to express yourself, make sure you join our virtual conversation on this channel by 3 p.m. WAT. Do not miss out on any part. And if you're new on here, thank you so much for choosing to click on this video to watch. But please do not forget to do exactly what you see on your screen so that you'll be able to receive a lot of my videos whenever I upload a new one. Now, all of that said, let's quickly continue with this conversation. Now, talking about Hermes, guys, I said what I want to say. Hermes is fond of acting like a coward, and for me, until it changes, I'm not going to see him less than that. Especially when it comes to how he throws around his blind rage. Yes, Hermes is very, very smart. One of the most creative housemates of the season. Hermes is very, very intelligent, highly intelligent. His IQ is something else. But then my problem is, why do you always have to constantly throw around blind rage? It doesn't really make sense at all. If you have something to say to a specific housemate, go ahead and say it. Why do you have to constantly generalize your insult? It does not really make sense at all. Now imagine if all the housemates decide to be irrational. Imagine if all the housemates decide to throw around the same blind rage. So whilst he's generalizing the insults, every other person too is generalizing their own insults as well. The house is going to become a madhouse. Yes, and we don't want to see that. Even though we want drama, even though we want violence, but it's going to escalate. It's going to turn into something entirely crazy. Yeah, so I feel like Hermes needs to learn how to come at people directly. Forget about the fact that, hey, don't come at me, don't come at me. No, before people come at you, you have to come at them as well. Yeah, you have to be direct so that we know who you're talking about. But anyways, that's on the side. Talking about the housemates losing their wager, what exactly are they doing wrong, guys? In my frank opinion, it all boils down to the level 1 housemates. Yeah, the previous level 1 housemates. These housemates, they still haven't learned their lesson. I don't know if I'm the only one that keeps seeing what they're doing, but they keep on repeating the same mistakes over and over and over again. Yeah, Big Brother gives them their wager task brief on a Monday, especially in the mornings, yes. So they have the entire day to start discussing, to start deliberating on what exactly they want to do. And then they have that same Monday or even Monday and Tuesday morning to start requesting for their props. Yes, the props are those things that would aid them in the perfect execution and presentation of their wager. Yeah, but then you find out that with the former level 1 housemates, once they receive the wager for that Monday morning, they just read the brief. After reading the brief, everybody goes into their various ships, you know, to discuss love affairs. Some people decide to use the opportunity to sleep. I mean, they just chill, just laid back in their minds. They've got the whole day, they've got the whole week. And they forget that the wager task presentations, scoring from Big Brother begins from the moment they receive the brief. Big Brother is very particular about what they do, the effort they put into the preparation of the task. Big Brother is very, very particular about the teamwork, the energy, the innovation, the creativeness. Forget about all those metrics for scoring the presentation itself that Biggie normally reads out to the housemates in the arena. No, Biggie also looks at the way the housemates approach the task. He looks at the way, their level of seriousness, their level of comportment, their contribution individually and as a team, or according to Hermes, as a collective. Biggie looks at all of those things as well. But when it comes to how the former level 1 housemates handle the preparation for wager task, guys, in my frank opinion, those people, they are freaking lazy. They are very, very lazy. They are uninnovative and they are so annoyingly argumentative and entitled. Because they waste the whole of Monday, they waste Tuesday this week. We saw how they put in a bit of effort into trying to do something, but then afterwards they got laid back. They invested more energy in the sponsor task because of course everybody wants to win money or something, yeah. But then afterwards, the head of house literally has to go around begging people to come out to rehearse for their presentation. And then even at that, they do not give in their all compared to the way the previous level 2 housemates used to approach their preparation for their weekly presentations. Aside that, another thing I've noticed is that with the previous level 1 housemates, when they win their wager for the week and they've seen that they have surplus food, they become very complacent. They become very, very relaxed. For them, well, if we lose the next wager, it doesn't really matter because we have food supplies. Now, it's not like they outrightly say it, that they don't mind losing the next week's wager. No, it's a thing of the mind. It's in their subconscious. You see it in their attitude towards approaching the new week's wager preparation. You see it in their manner of approach. You see it in how chilled and laid back they are. I mean, even when they cook, you see how they eat like hoodlums. I'm sorry, but I have to say it. They cook and eat like hoodlums. They're literally, you know, packing food in their, stuffing their faces with food. But then when it comes to giving that same energy to preparing for their weekly wager tax presentation, guys, it's an entirely different ball game. These ones that are complaining tonight, we tried, we give ourselves a pat on the back. These are the same ones that they literally have to beg to come out for rehearsals. And even when they come out for rehearsals, they do not really give in their 100%. Yes. And then when they now lose, they're the ones that come and open their mouth and start judging their fellow housemates. It's exhausting, to be very frank. So they had a meeting and everybody was trying to prefer solutions on how they can better perform moving forward. And I specifically loved Cheesy's perspective. Yeah, everything I just explained, Cheesy literally explains the same thing to all of them. But then it was just so annoying seeing some of the level 1 housemates like Elo Swags, Diana, you know, coming up to come and say, oh, we tried, we did well, even though Biggie does not want to say that we did well. I said, these people are so rude. These people are so rude. So people think that Biggie does not know that people actually tried with your wager presentation. You think Biggie does not know that? You think Biggie does not know enough? I mean, guys, these people can be very, very annoying. Yeah. But for me, two things. Hermes needs to learn to come direct. All this is off-air insults throwing here and there. It's lame. It doesn't really make sense at all. And then for the housemates in general, especially the level 2 housemates, if they continuously allow the level 1 housemate to, drag their progress, then they just might go hungry again for another week. So ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but just go ahead and let me know your observations in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija. And please guys, do not forget to make it a date with me by 3 p.m. WAT today. It promises to be quite exciting. And that said, have an amazing day. Bye.